booties for black girl nerds.
So, Duff, or should I say McTerrier? Because I'm such a fan of the show. This is so cool seeing you on season 7. We were not expecting it. Okay, you were part of Team Good, and I love how they were mixing up the teams on Mad Singer this time. Did you ever want to be bad or cuddly though? I gotta ask.
I kind of thought I was cuddly. What do you think? I thought I was cuddly. I was like, wait, get over cuddly.
Yeah. You sounded, you did. You definitely sounded like it would be more cuddly, but I guess I could see the good. I guess they wanted to have a little McTerrier into the good squad.
Yeah. I'll take it.
So tell me about being a McTerrier, because to me you're like one of the kings of like baking and pastries. So I totally thought a pastry, like a pack of icing, something, but we got McTerrier.
I think that I personally, I think the producers went a little bit overboard trying to disguise who I was. Right? And I was like, you guys, I'm not that famous. No one's gonna guess it's me. Right?
I think it was the accent. That's what I think threw everybody off.
Did you think I was actually Scottish?
I did. And you had the kilt and everything. Like, I bought it. I was like, was it just me? Because everybody was like, well, no, he's not really Irish. Like, Robin Thicke calls it out like right at the beginning. And I'm like, was I the only one that was falling for it? Because you had the background, everything.
I was like doing my Scottish accent. I was like, man, there's no way that anybody's gonna think I'm Scottish. There's no way. But thank you.
I bought it. Like the kilt was very believable. You had the backpack, which I gotta ask, like one of the clues where you were carrying around like hair products and everything in your bag. Like, what kind of products are you carrying around in your bag in your kilt?
I had hair products?
Or some kind of products. Maybe I overheard it. I know your hair did look great. Your hair did look great.
Maybe they were making fun of me.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, yeah, we're used to the ball, like, but McTerrier had the hair though. McTerrier did have the hair.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
What? Okay, now listen. I hate that you have to go out first, because seeing your personality, like watching Ace of Cakes, this would have been insane to see you keep going. But if you have to go out, this is how you go. Like, because I'm always wondering like how heavy these heads are and stuff. Like, what was that like? Was it sheer panic, or were you just like trying to get hidden?
You can't see, you don't know what's going on. It's hot. You're trying to sing a song. I fell off the drum riser, and then I ran into one of the dancers too, and then I almost fell off the stage, and I was like, oh man, and then the head was falling off, and I covered up, and I was like, man, I really screwed the pooch on this one. I really made a mess out of this whole performance. So it was fun. I mean, it was so much fun. Everybody there was really, really nice and really cool. And like when the head fell off, like everybody was laughing. Like it was great. Like it was the most Duff thing I could have done was to completely just make a mess out of it.
Well, I love how Nick Cannon was like, you literally sang your head off. Like you were so into it, your head was like, well, that's just the end of this competition. We're done.
That's it. I was ready. I was ready to show the world who I was.
Now, what you got to tell me about, how did rehearsal go? Like, was there singing in the shower? Do you have to practice the bark, the owl? Like, what all went into this?
Everything. Yeah, man. Like, there's like really amazing vocal. I had a really amazing vocal coach named Tamara. She like talked me through every part of that song, and we broke it down, and like she was like showing me how to use my voice and how to breathe. Mm-hmm. It was really amazing. Like just like the whole rehearsal process was really cool.
And we know you stay busy. Is that why you picked Working for the Weekend?
Okay. Have you ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's
okay. That's like where it came from. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I was like, why did he pick Working for the Weekend? I was like, it's because he is very busy, because you have like 18 shows on Food Network, which we love.
I do.
But before we get into that, I definitely have to touch on that. Before we get to that, though, I have to know, like, when I bring up like Ace of Cakes and all that kind of stuff, you used to dress up to deliver the cakes and stuff. Did that make it easier to do something like this, or was it just totally like, why am I wearing this dog costume? I gotta sing. It's hot. We got to do all this kind of stuff.
Have you seen Duff's Happy Fun Bake Time? It's on Discovery Plus.
No, I haven't seen that yet. I gotta catch that. I'm missing out.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's actually a cooking show for kids that we did with puppets. We were working with the Jim Henson Company, and we made this. It's an amazing show, but I think I had like 6 costume changes for every episode. I love wearing costumes. I love it. I love it. It always brings out the best in me. I love wearing costumes, and so this was right up my alley.
Yeah, well, you have to love it for this show because you never know like what they're gonna come out with, like cobras and everything. I'm like, this show like never ceases to amaze me on like on what happens. I'm always curious when you guys do the clues. Is that you guys having to like think really hard and kind of really make yourself super hidden? Because there's some things that could have been out there and they would have been like, okay, that's Duff. That's got to be Duff. It's somebody that bakes cakes, like somebody that does pastries. Or do they help you
Well,
guys out behind the scenes?
yeah. So what they do is they interview us, right? So like I talk to like the people that just do the clue packages, and they interview me, ask me all kinds of questions, kind of just about me, and then like, okay, like how can we use this thing that people know about Duff, but like in a way that they won't figure it out, So like they're
Oh,
really
okay.
smart the way that they do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna pivot here. By the way, it was so cool to see you on this. Like, I want to say like I wish we could see you again, but we know they do so many one-off characters, and everybody
Yeah.
would know now. Like now that you revealed that it wasn't really your accent, like everybody would figure out like next season if you're on season 8. So, but yeah, it was so cool seeing you do that. But I want to jump into before I let you go though. I want to jump into a lot of the baking shows. Love Kids Baking Championship, by the way. Like those little kids' faces when they get like 5 minutes down and they're like
Oh
trying to put the little
man.
icing on the top. Oh my gosh.
No. Yeah, that show's amazing. And those kids, like, they're doing stuff at 9 and 10 years old that like I didn't learn until I was 30. It's just amazing. These guys, they're
Yeah, I burn
really,
toast, and
really
these guys are impressive.
I get a
um,
lot of people that they're like, man, when I watch Kids Baking Championships, it makes me feel really like a failure as an adult.
yes, that is me. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like they're so intricate, they're very serious. Like you get a lot of this and people trying to figure out ingredients last minute, but they managed to pull it off. And I'm sitting here like I said, I'm
do.
burning toast, like I'm trying to make just something basic, and they're just going insane with the decorating and everything.
I know. They're so incredible, those kids.
But okay, for everybody, February 28th, Spring Baking Championship. What can you tell us? What can you tease about this? By the way, everybody can catch it on Discovery Plus if you're wondering.
Dude, okay. I say this a lot, but seriously, this season, these are the best pastry chefs I think we've ever had on any of these shows. I mean, like the competition in this one's really great because everybody is awesome, and that makes our job really hard. Right? If somebody like comes out and, like completely like messes up and makes a big mess, it's easy to know who's going home. When everybody is awesome, it makes it so much harder.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, to be able, it's that struggle and that like, do you guys ever like have to look away? Like, oh my gosh, they have like 10 minutes and they're still like on this one thing.
Yeah, it's nerve wracking, especially like as a pastry chef and somebody who's competed on a lot of these shows. Like, I so feel for them. Like, you guys, I know exactly what's going through your mind right now. I've been there. It's awful. You got this. I'm like everybody's like biggest cheerleader. I'm like, you can do this. I promise.
Yeah. Oh, and here too, kind of just for people out there, I guess, starting getting their inspiration and everything. You do these outrageous, amazing designs. A really cool artist. What was it about, like just baking, and what is it about being in that kitchen for you? Like, what does that mean to you?
Like I think for a lot of chefs, like thank God we found cooking, right? Cooking was a one thing. A lot of chefs are like pretty like we were like a lot of chefs have checkered paths. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right,
Like
right, right. I got
like
you. Yeah.
like our talents lied outside of the academia, and
Yep.
cooking gives us like it's a way that we find discipline, where you take a bunch of people that you can't put them in the army, you can't put them in an office, you can't put them in a tie, you can't put them in a corporate situation, and because it's just we just don't function like that. I don't function like
Right.
that. You couldn't put me in an office. I don't own a tie. It's amazing. Like I'm a man baby, but with cooking, you find that here is something that you love, and it demands like that you study it and you respect it, and you do your thing, and like you really go after it. It gives a lot of us discipline, and I think for me it's like cooking kind of saved my life, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, look, we love that you love cooking. I cannot wait to check out Spring Baking Championship. You did an amazing job on Masked Singer. I hate that you were the top of the show, but I love the way you did it. It was so cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, hey, look, if you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory, right?
Oh yeah. That's how you go out. Duff style. Duff. Keep it Duff style. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.